Hey guys, this is Metagross Freak here, and it's an editorial kind of rant on whether or not Pokemon needs HMs. HMs or hidden machines are of course like TMs, except they offer moves in Pokemon that are necessary to complete the story. Sort of. Each generation has had different numbers of TMs. Just looking on Bulbapedia, we see that in Generation 1 there was Cut, Fly, Surf, Strength, and Flash. Um, and Generation 2 and 3 had the most at 7. No, sorry, 7 and Gen 3 had 8. Yeah, Generation 3 had Cut, Fly, Surf, Strength, Flash, Rock Smash, Waterfall, and Dive. Um, and in fact, even Generation 4 had 8, with again Cut, Fly, Surf, Strength, Defog, Rock Smash, Waterfall, and Rock Climb. And then finally, in Gen 5, we have in Gen 5 we had only 6, because Flash and Rock Smash were both made TMs, and in Gen 6 we only have 5: Cut, Fly, Surf, Strength, and Waterfall. Well, there's only 5. Rock Smash is again not a it's not an it's a TM. Rock Smash is a TM, and Flash is a TM, and Dive is not a teachable move at all. What's the other ones? Whirlpool, not a TM. Actually, I think Whirlpool is a TM. I'm not sure. Defog is one of those moves. It has to be bred. What's the other one I'm missing? I don't remember what the other one I'm missing is. But anyway, do we need HMs in Pokemon? Um, I think not. I mean, for example, in Generation 6, for example, the final HM you get is Waterfall, which you get at Route 19, the route right before the 8th badge, which when you reach the 8th badge, and when you beat the 8th badge, Wolfric gives you the TM for Ice Beam. So, but when you beat the 8th badge, you gain access to using Waterfall outside. So by that logic, does that mean Ice Beam is as important to you as Waterfall? Because let's face it, as soon as you get Ice Beam, you're probably going to put it on everything that can learn Ice Beam, because it's flipping Ice Beam. I don't know about that, but I'm thinking, especially with decreasing numbers, that it's becoming less important. And I think that's because Pokemon being able to have more memory, and thus more like side content and better story, because they're able to store more information, is able to make less reliance on HMs. With for example, with Generation 3, you know, they had they had 8 HMs, with Dive being the last HM you got, because you needed Dive to go get the final badge, right? Yeah, because there were 8 gym leaders, and you needed the 8th badge to defeat the 8th gym leader. I'm not sure exactly how that worked. I don't remember, but anyway. Or even in, I'll go to something more recent. Even in Gen 5, Dive was needed post-story to get all the treasure and stuff. And in fact, you can correct me on this if I'm wrong. In Gen 6, to my knowledge, I think the only HMs you are required to have to beat the game is Surf and Waterfall. Everything else is extra. Fly just makes your job a lot easier to get from place to place. Cut is to get extra items. Strength is to solve a couple puzzles to make shortcuts, to make your going back and forth easier, as well as to solve a couple puzzles to get items. Surf is needed in one route and to get to the Elite Four, and Waterfall is Waterfall is needed to get items, but it's only needed in story to go up one waterfall in order to get to the Elite Four. So basically, like, it brings a whole story, and again, not the whole story, but it brings a new meaning to the HM slave, and it totally makes sense how, as generations are going on, having an HM slave is even more and more necessary when going through the story, because you don't need the HMs anymore. I remember going through my X, I had a Diggersby who had cut and strength and rock smash, just because I needed someone who could have those three moves to get items. And then I had my Lapras who had surf and waterfall, and I think flash, I don't know, because I needed something to do those moves. And then if I wasn't using them to get those items or whatever, I just put them back in my box. My Lapras is only like level 30, and that's just because I had EXP share on the whole time. So I mean, I don't know. I don't personally think it is necessary anymore to have HMs. Um, I don't know. You can easily disagree with me, but I think, for example, uh, Ice Beam being the final also in the Ice Beam and Calm Mind being the TMs we get for the last two gym leaders, are both moves that are used quite a lot. They're not used like by every Pokemon, but competitively, or at least in Pokemon team forming, they're both very, very important moves to have on your Pokemon. And yet, like, you don't really see moves like Cut or Strength, or you don't really see those moves anymore in like battles. And you'll see people who occasionally have Waterfall or Surf or Fly, but that's because they're on Pokemon that work with it. And so I think it's a good move how in Generation 5 and 6, Rock Smash and Flash have been made TMs. Because, again, it's kind of obvious. Like in Gen 5 and Gen 6, you never need Rock Smash to do anything. In fact, Rock Smash was basically worthless until post game for Black 2 and White 2, because of the Star Rock, the Challenge Rock. That's what it was, the Challenge Rock, or near Striaton City, where you could get the star pieces. And the only purpose Rock Smash serves in X and Y is along the beach, breaking those rocks to try to get like a Binacle or a like Gold Nugget or something, or Stardust if you're lucky. So yeah, sometimes the moves are becoming useless. I think in either the like X2, Y2, Z, the Gen 6 remake, or in Gen 7, we're probably only going to see like 3 HMs: Fly, Surf, and maybe Waterfall. I don't know. That's my opinion. You're welcome to have your own opinion. You're welcome to disagree. It's as long as as long as you have a good reason behind it. You know, I'm willing to listen to your argument if you think I'm wrong. Um, as long as you're respectful about it and you have a good reason, I might agree with you. You might change my mind, and if you can change my mind, I will. I'll let you know. Um, so now, what do you think? Do you think HMs are outliving their purpose? I mean, back in Gen 1, we had limited story, limited space, so it was kind of necessary to have the HMs so you could, you know, you kind of it made it necessary so you could have more of that functionality in it. I don't know, making it more difficult for you. Gen 6, meanwhile, it's like you basically don't even need HMs other than Surf and Waterfall to beat the game. I don't know. What do you think? Comments, tell section, speech, bubbles, block, whatever. Lucario says give him words to poop out, because I want to know what you guys have to say. Thanks for watching. I'm Metagross Freak, and that was my editorial opinion. Bye.